Apple doesn't support RCS messaging, which stands for Rich Communication Services, and this is why they should. Not everybody has iPhones, whether that's for cost reasons, preference reasons, or some other reason, and I get that. I personally am using a Google Pixel 6 Pro at the moment, and I'm enjoying the phone. What I don't understand is why Apple still has not updated the SMS and MMS messaging they've been using since 2008. RCS is newer, and it's not a competition to iMessage, it's an addition to SMS. I actually do hope that one day SMS shuts down and Apple's forced to switch to RCS. But what are the benefits to RCS messaging as a whole? Typing indicators, read receipts. You can leave group chats, deliver receipts, high quality images, and Wi-Fi texting. I've been using RCS since its early days in 2019, and while it was really basic and honestly bad back then, it's upgraded over the years and it's much more reliable and faster now. All the primary carriers support it, but iOS 15 still does not. This will end up hurting Apple in the long run because eventually Android users will see SMS messaging and think, why does Apple still do this? I know I do. And you can't blame the Android user for thinking that. There are some downsides on Google's end since Google did co-develop RCS messaging, but Google and Apple have worked together on things before. RCS messaging is a much more reliable way of sending messages, since you can actually see when the message was delivered and then when it was read. This is important because sometimes with SMS I wonder if the person on the other end even got my message at all. Another problem with SMS is security. While RCS is still not the most secure thing, RCS is much more secure than SMS will ever be, and it will show over time, as SMS SIM swap attacks are quite common, and no account verification services use iMessage. They're all over SMS at the moment. I don't believe any verification services at all use RCS at the moment, but it's easier to switch to RCS for verification text as it's a widely supported standard, at least if Apple starts to support it. RCS is just a better experience than SMS. iMessage has more features like iMessage apps, FaceTime built in, text across all your iCloud devices, but RCS is an evolution of SMS. Apple has only changed the default messaging app to add MMS support back in 2009 with iOS or iPhone OS 3. Not everybody wants to use iMessage for whatever reason. Some iPhone users actually don't like iMessage, and RCS will give them a better experience for those of you who don't want to use iMessage. Furthermore, sometimes, if you have a bad connection, iMessage won't be available. I've been in those positions a lot of the time, and you can default to SMS. If RCS was available, that would be a much better and more seamless experience than to just have those green texts with no read receipts compared to iMessage. I don't think adding RCS messaging would stop any bullying. Anybody who bullies you for what phone you choose to use obviously has bigger problems going on in their own life, and they decide to take their own problems out on you for what phone you choose. And that's your own choice in the end. If cell phones are such a big problem for these people, somebody should tell them that there are actual arguments and problems that happen, and then maybe they'll shut up about what phone you use. Thanks for watching.